Welcome back into Wake Up America. I'm Rob Finnerty. Elections happening in 5 states on Tuesday. One of the most closely watched was a runoff in Texas for the GOP nomination for Attorney General. Ken Paxton beating Texas Land Commissioner George P. Bush, a loss that could mean the end of a political dynasty. For the first time in 40 years, a Bush will not hold elected office. For more on that race, let's welcome in Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Mr. Attorney General, great to have you back on. Good to see you. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you. It was a great victory for us. It was obviously marred by the shooting in Uvalde, so we went straight into that. Been busy with that, but look, it was a long, hard-fought race, and I'm grateful to the people of Texas for giving me the opportunity to go defend them again.
Yeah, and I mean this seriously. We really are thinking about everyone in Texas this morning. What a tragic, tragic day that was on Tuesday. What are you learning about this particular mass shooting, this latest mass shooting, and what we can do to maybe better protect our schools? What surprised me in all of this is this school, Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, was not by any stretch a soft target. This school had every possible protocol in place to prevent something like this happened, yet it still happened.
Yeah, I think the program that we voted on when I was in the Senate, I think it was 2013, we put together a guardian program and a marshal program where teachers could be trained to defend the school. Marshal program was a more intensive, almost like you're a mini police officer. Guardian was less. But schools that have put that in place, so far there's not been a single school that has had an attack like this. I think it is a significant deterrent for a shooter to walk into a school and have no idea who has a gun and who doesn't.
We had your colleague, Texas Congressman Michael Burgess, on a little bit earlier this morning. In 2020, he introduced the Behavioral Intervention Guidelines Act into Congress. It passed Congress without any problems. It's been stalled in the Senate for 2 years. He was way ahead of this. 2 years ago, he said, look, social media needs to do more to make authorities aware of red flags. Why would something like that, seemingly so bipartisan, be held up in the Senate?
You know, that's a good question. I think that the technology companies, the social media companies, extremely powerful. They have, for some reason, not wanted to be cooperative on these issues. They like to control what they do. And they have not been open and forthright in sharing information like this with authorities. And I think it's a shame because they could voluntarily do it. And it's unfortunate that Congress is having to try to force them to do it. The fact that it can't get passed is a sign that these technology companies and social media companies have a lot of grip on Congress.
What happens next in this investigation? Yesterday, I think, the general thinking was, okay, we're going to pour through this 18-year-old shooter's social media history. That has been done. The process will continue. What happens now?
You know, I think there's not much to really be done after that, because the reality is the shooter's deceased. There's information where we may not understand ever exactly why he did it. I think from here you go and you meet with people that are associated with him, that know him, and try to maybe come up with clues as to why he did this, because obviously understanding that is helpful for the future and trying to prevent this.
Yeah. Do you have any idea the status of his grandmother? He shot her in the face before making his way over to the school. She survived. Obviously, I'm assuming that investigators would like to hear her side of what took place on Tuesday morning before he went to Robb Elementary School.
Yeah, that's going to be an important story. I think she's doing okay. I think obviously getting shot in the face is a pretty significant injury. But the last update I had was yesterday when I was there.
Right.
And they said she was making it. I'm hoping and praying that she does, because she would be important information for us, along with the grandfather.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody very key to this entire narrative. Mr. Attorney General, I want to talk about your race. You defeated Land Commissioner George P. Bush of the Bush family. It got a lot of national and media attention, but it really wasn't even a close race. But things got pretty dirty. He ramped up the personal attacks leading up to Tuesday. What'd you make of that?
You know, it was desperation. The truth was he didn't have a lot to talk about in his 8 years in office, and my 8 years have been relatively successful. I think the people of Texas, showed that by voting for me. I kept it to the job. I didn't attack him on personal issues. I could have done the same thing, but I decided, you know what, that is not a way to win a race as a Republican, and I'm not willing to do that. And so I just stayed on the issues and continued to talk about that. I avoided ever talking about anything related to him personally. And I focused on the job, which is, I think, what people really care about.
And the Trump endorsement, that, of course, always a factor. And it seems like it was here, too. But congratulations to you, sir. Look forward to having you back on. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay. You too. Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.